Okay. And the energy that's coming in from the beginning of September, that's permeating the remainder of September, is the Eight of Swords, Aquarius. Okay, so with this Eight of Swords energy, it's feeling stuck, not being able to see an out, not being able to see a way of changing your situation. But the truth is it's right in front of your nose. It's right there. And in fact, somebody has probably already told you like a good way of getting out of the situation or changing your situation, but you aren't listening. And your favorite phrase right now may be, yes, but. Yeah, so it's a personal prison that you put yourself in the beginning of September that we need to pull you out of, because it's permeating the remainder of September, Aquarius. And I don't want it to. It's like, look at this card. It's easy for her to get out of the situation. All she has to do is do a little shimmying and do a little twisting, and she's out. But it feels like the bind is tight, but it's not. Okay, let me put that there. So the overview: love, career, work, health, and mind, body, soul connection. And I pulled an extra card. So, okay. Next month, I'm going to do health and wealth, but this month I just want to focus on purely health. All right, so the energy that's coming up as the overview, the Six of Pentacles, is once again that energy of not listening, not looking at the knowledge you have, not looking at the truth that is. It's oftentimes trying to make a situation different than it truly is. It's kind of, just wearing rose-colored glasses in certain situations, being like, oh, it's not that bad, but then actually like a house is on fire kind of thing. So it's not listening to your mentors, not listening to the signs, not listening to your guides. That's a big one in this situation. So open up, Aquarius. Open up to what's around you. Open up to the knowledge that is being given to you. And even if you're skeptical of it, look at it, research it, take it in, and then decide if it's your reality. Then decide if it's the true facts, okay? But I feel like, Aquarius, you're blocking everything off because it's just too much. It's too overwhelming, and you haven't quite figured out what it is you need to do this month. Now, with this card of love and relationship, we have the Awakening, also known as Judgment, okay? And it's often a really positive card if you've been doing what you need to do. All right. So with the Judgment card, it's with relationship. If you have been taking care of friends and family, if you've been there for them and they've been there for you, then it's like the Judgment card saying, great, you've been really working hard. Let's take you to the next level. However, Judgment also means that if you've been neglecting people, lying to people, cheating on others, then that's going to blow up in your face at the end of September. So with the Awakening card, really pay attention to your intention. Pay attention to what you are putting into relationship and into friends, family, lovers. And if you aren't putting in what you feel you need to be, or if you have this attitude of, well, they weren't there for me, well, they're not putting in that much effort either, I'm not going to, that's going to nip you. It's going to nip you. You have to always raise yourself to the level that you hold and the level that you respect in order to get that level back. And if you aren't getting that level back, then that might be the lesson. Like, I'm helping out, I'm doing everything, and no one's there for me, then it's time to reassess certain relationships and see where you want them to go. Also, it's time to reassess what it is that you're doing in this relationship that's allowing for this energy to keep cycling of neglect, of feeling left out. Look at yourself and say, how come I'm allowing that to happen? All right, so then in career, we have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands reversed. With the Two of Wands reversed, it's lack of planning, all right? So when it comes to your career, if it comes to your work, look at what you're doing, okay? Like, I have this feeling, Aquarius, that you want so much more, that you're ready to move on, that you're ready to shift into another level, but you haven't planned for it. You haven't laid the groundwork for it yet. And it's kind of that idea, and I was listening to this comic the other day, and this comic always gets really upset over people who ask for handouts in Hollywood. So if, like, a sweet soul comes up to an actor or a comedian and says, hey, can you get me in your next movie? It's like that actor and comedian worked their entire life to get where they are. It's not a handout. Comedians often have to spend sometimes decades doing really small, tiny shows before they get a break. And so it's like that. That's the energy, Aquarius, that's coming up. It's like, you've got to put the work in first. You got to show universe that this means something to you. And with the Two of Wands, it's like there hasn't been enough planning in order for it to be implemented. So in work, if you have a project that you want to fly, put in the work, make a plan before doing it, because it just doesn't have any legs. All right. So anything when it comes to work, if you're like, I want that to happen, then work at it, because it's not a time to just manifest out of the blue. It's a time to set intentions, put things in order for it to manifest. Okay, health. Health-wise, we have the Seven of Swords, which is an interesting card to have in regards to health, because it's a sneaky Pete card. All right, so Aquarius, are you cutting corners? Are you eating too many brownies? I know I am. I need to cut back on. I've eaten way too many brownies this week. And I have Aquarius moon, so I'm like, oh, I'm getting caught. I'm getting caught. It's like I'm working out, but I'm not showing any definition. Well, that's because we're cheating. We're cheating. We're eating brownies, Aquarius. So you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught the end of September about anything that you're trying to take care of. Going to the dentist, and they say, do you floss twice a day? And you go, yes. Well, they're going to look at your gums and know better. So just tell the truth. Just say, no, I'm not flossing. Or, yeah, I ate too many brownies. Because it's going to turn into an embarrassment for you instead of something that can actually benefit you. So just be honest and say, no, I haven't done that. You're right, I haven't. So then we can deal with the truth of it instead of the embarrassment of lying about these things. Also, if you do work out a lot, if you are taking care of yourself, keep your things locked up at gyms, keep your things locked up. If it's in the car, make sure that you're taking precaution, because that can also be that your wallet or your gym clothes get stolen because of just leaving them out in those places. And then finally, the mind-body-soul connection. Oh, we have the extra card too. Five of Cups. This is wishing, longing for the past, longing for something that is no longer. And with the Venus retrograde right upon us in Scorpio, which is in her detriment, this energy really makes sense that you're going to be looking through your photo albums, through Facebook 5 years ago, and think, what I could have had, Aquarius. And it's okay to reminisce, but we want you to know that if you look behind you, there's still 2 cups completely full and ready for you. And that's what you need to focus on, not the ones that you have lost, but where you are now and what the future holds. And that's why the Strength card in reverse came up, is you're going to want to contact these people from the past. You're going to want to contact this good feeling, and it's not going to make you feel better. It's probably going to make you feel worse, and it's going to feel like a void. So if you do feel like contacting an ex-lover or an ex-partner, I would second guess that and just give yourself a moment to really sit with that before picking up the phone. Okay? And it's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard not to pick up the phone, but it's not going to heal your situation. It's just going to make it worse. All right, so let's look at the Enchanted Map Oracle cards just to bring it all together. Oh, well, this one just jumped up. Listening. Oh, and it fell to the ground too. All right, hold on one second. Let me pick it up. The card is listening. So you got to listen to yourself. You got to listen to your heart, and you got to listen to your guides. Listen to your gut. And my guides are saying, read it to them. Read what's in the book of the oracle cards. But I love this. I love this card of music too. So the music that you pick and the music that you are playing has meaning. All right. I often find that songs will play for me when I need to hear them. And so I'll just put things on shuffle often when I'm at home or in the car by myself. And messages keep coming up through song for me. And they always have since I was very, very young. It might have to do with, I dance for a living. And so music truly does speak to me. But you can use that too, of just put your music on random and see what comes up. It's often just what you need to hear when you need to hear it. Okay, so the book, listening. An open heart will hear the message. And that has to do with this right here, is that you're just not remaining open right now. It's hard to stay open because you feel stuck, you feel lost, and you feel like you're in a knotted place. Okay. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at that moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. So listen, Aquarius, it's all within you. Also, remember, if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe.